Hello beautiful people, I hope you are all fine. So in this video we will learn that how we can debug our React or Node application. So I am using this simple application, and when we will click on this button, so it must load the date object, that it must have multiple factors regarding the dates. But this time it is giving me an error, but I don't know that where this error exists. So uh, we will just debug our application. I will give you a go through of my application. So this is a little simple application. This is the home page. We are not working with this, and this is a user page. We will work on this. So we will go into our users. So actually this was a user page, so I have changed this to the date page so that you can understand clearly. So what we are gonna do, this is the front end of the application, and after that um, we have the loading, we have this code so that we can display our date, and after that we have a button. This is the button, and when we click on this button, so this function calls, and it calls an API on our Node.js server, and it brings us a date, and we set the date in our state, and as the date set in our state, and in so this date displays here, but this time it is giving me a horrible this structure which we don't need it. So we will debug our application. First of all, we will use the debugger uh, in the React application. So let's see how we can use this. Uh, so we have to, for example, uh, we have to add a debugger statement here. We can add this debugger statement anywhere where we want to stop the code, and we can see the code, the performance. Actually, we use this code so that we can see every line, and the performance and the values of these variables, so that we can track where the error exists. And after that, the second step is that we just need to open the inspect. So we have to right click, and we have to open the inspect. So we can choose the layout here. Okay, this is the layout, so that you can see. Let's refresh and see that how debugger work. So we will click on it, and we can see that our this code has been stuck here, and we will see that what's going on. Okay, so this code is here. So these are controllers. If we will click on this controller, so it will go by line one by one, and if we will play this, so the debugger effect will be closed, and the code will be executed without stopping it. So let's start. So we will click on it. Okay, so the code comes here in the next line. We will click on it. Okay, it's done. So when we will hover on response, so we have this response object. We can also console it in our console tab, because we are here, and if we will go in console and we will run the response, so it is giving us the response also. So let's check it out, that what's going on. Okay, so we figured out that this horrible code is coming from our Node.js server. For this time we just play it. Okay, we just get there is no problem here, and I just give you a go through that we have a simple server. These are some basic packages which we can use. You can check it out. So these are some middlewares. These are the body parser, and these are configuration, the course, Morgan, and this is a basic API. So when we will uh, go on this page like on a slash, so we will get this response. I hope you understand the node, so so that you can debug this. Okay, so this is our API. So we will just check that what's going on here. So what we are going right now, so we have date, we have day of weeks, some random code from the chat GPT I used. This is getting some detail of the code. So after that we are getting the values, and after that we are just sending status 200 and this JSON object to the front end. So our server is running on 8080. First of all, we will close this server. Okay, so the server got stopped. And in Node application, there is a different method that we have to use. Uh, we need to use node dash dash inspect brk and server.js. Actually, you just need to point out your this file. Most people use app.js, some people use index.js. So we have to use our name and the entry file name. So in our case, it's server.js. We just need to run this script. But first of all, we just need to write a debugger here. Let's suppose we can add the debugger here. Okay, and we can add multiple debuggers, so our code will stop on multiple places. Suppose we will add here. Okay, and we will save our file, and after saving the file we will use we will hit enter, and we will wait for debugger attach. So it is loading for some time, and it will give us. Okay, the next step, uh, whenever we will run this command, we just need to come in our browser because it will connect with Chrome browser. So you will see this new icon. It indicates that it is a node server. We will click on it, so it will bring us into the new window. Okay, so we will keep its size smaller. Okay, so this is our Node.js server. Let's make it zoom. You can see that this is our node code, and the inspect is stopped here because it is the first step, and debugger always stop on the first line. So we have to play it. Okay, it is played now. Now we just need to refresh. Okay, we don't need this. Hmm. This not got stopped here. Let's check it out. What's the problem? Let's go to the inspect. Okay, try again. Okay, date and 304. Oh, I see. So it is pointing to this server, but it is not the Node.js server. So we just need to point out with this server. We will copy this link. Okay, we will paste it here, and let's check it now. Okay, so this time it came here, and our code stopped here in our Node application. So we will go through one by one. This time date is undefined because the code is not run here. Okay, we will just keep moving. Okay, now it had the date object. Okay, okay. This time it will get the day of week. Oh, it have the fourth day of week. And okay, go next. So we got the name Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday today. and now it will get year. So we got our year. Great. And it will get now month now. So this is a way that we can debug our code, and we can go line by line, and will get that if our code is not working on some place, or it is getting crash by some reason. So this way we can go step by step. So let's go step by step. Okay, there is no crash in our code. Okay, and now if we will play on it, so let's see. Okay, we have the right data. There is no problem. Okay, after that, we just I just need to tell you one more method that we always need to apply. We always need to use the try and catch method. So let's remove these debuggers. So we need to write our code in try and catch. It is really necessary. The catch block will have an argument of error we can use later. So we will push our code where we are thinking that we can have an error. Okay, this code as well. Fine. So what exactly will happen, that the code will work in our try block. So if the everything is fine, the code will keep working, and if any line will have an error, so our code will reach here in the error block. So what will happen, so we can leave here console dot error and the error dot message, and after that we can console the full error as well, so that if we want to read the error in detail. So and there is one more block we have, it's finally. So in finally, no matter what, but it will always run. We can do it anything with this, like this time I will use the console.log and done getting date. Okay, so it will work. So for example, let's create an error. Let's get 10, so that we will have an error. We will close our server and debug. We will Okay, I need to tell you one more thing. So we have this command, and we can create a script as well, so that you don't need to write this long code again and again. We will copy it and we will paste it here and create another script. Debug. Okay, we will save it. Now we don't have to write this inspect break or whatever, so we can write this npm run debug, sorry. So this time we are using uh, the error method, and we will add the debugger because our debugger must come here. And let's add a debugger as well here. And now we will use npm run debug. So this time our debugger window is open, so code automatically reach on the first line now. Okay, let's try this code again. Run. Okay, we reached here. So so when our code will run, okay, so this time it must be undefined, and when we will try to get this get full year value from this date, uh, Okay, it will come. So let's check it. Day name. I think we are not using the day name anywhere. Hmm. Okay, let's try to create another error. Days. Okay. Let's say we will write wrong name for me. So this function name is not right now. And now again, npm run debug and the code come here. Okay, so it's here and now we will create it. Load. Okay, we reached here and it must go now. Yes. Okay, so this code crashed here, but our server will not crash because we have used the try and catch block. And now we have this error and this error dot message. Okay, so it is saying now the date dot get full year from me is not a function. So this way we can control our server to be crash. Uh, and we can use, okay, let's, if we run this command, and now we will see that we have these errors. So our server is not getting crash, and this run getting code is also run this time as well. So this way you can use this, and the same way you can use the try catch here. Try catch error console dot error error dot message, and we will use our this code here. We can use set loading true, and I just tell you that where our finally will work. Finally we can stop loading false. Let's see that either it's working. Let's fix our code this. So we this time we run with JavaScript. We'll check. Okay, so it happens with the loading, but it was so quickly that you did not notice. But if you will check it again, yeah, this little click. Okay, so I hope you have understand that how we can use debugging on the front end and the back end. If you really like, you can consider subscribe. Thank you so much.